What's good, y'all? Akil here, back with another video, and today I'm gonna hit up Burlington because I've been seeing a lot of other resellers post a lot of Vapor Max Plus, even some Jordans and some other Air Maxes, and you guys know I love Vapor Max Plus, so if I can find any in my size, I'll more than likely be keeping them, and I'll also take you guys to the gym because I'm still keeping up with this squat everyday challenge, so I'll keep you guys updated with that. But if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button because it definitely helps the channel grow. Subscribe if you haven't already, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so we are in Burlington, and like I told you guys before, the hunt is clearly only for Air Maxes. We're going to try to find some Jordans, and the first thing I come across, of course, is a pair of RBX, but it kind of pump faked me. I thought those were some Flyknits. Anyway, came across this pair of Adidas. These are some basketball shoes. The comps on these were kind of tough. Some were selling for like 80 to 90 bucks, but then others were selling for like 40. So I just decided to pass on those because the disparity was just a little too much for me. Next, I came across a pair of these Alpha Bounce Instincts, and these actually had some strong comps, but I think what the problem is with these now, it's the flood is real with these. Any shoe that's a triple black, I usually always pick them up because I personally love triple black shoes, and these I know for a fact at one point were selling for some good profit, but I don't know if they'll continue to sell that well since so many people have them listed. I came across another pair in a size 11 again, and I think I even seen maybe 2 or 3 others in the store while I was there, so I don't think I'm gonna take a chance on those. Next, saw some New Balances, and New Balances, as you guys know, have been selling for some good profit lately. They're definitely trending, especially the Kawhis, but those were for kids and those were only 22 bucks, but I don't think it was worth picking up. Here was a pair of those Converses. I think these are like the 70s high. I couldn't find any comps on these, so drop a comment if you guys have been picking these up, if they've been selling for you. Usually if I come across Converses in a dope colorway, I'll pick them up, but that particular one I just wasn't too sure about. Here were just a pair of Nike Frees, but then I came across a pair of Alpha Boosts, and Alpha Boosts have been selling for me pretty well. I sold maybe 7 or 8 pairs in different colorways, so this particular one I might have to take a chance on those as well. Here was a pair of Reacts in this triple black like utility colorway. Really dope in my opinion. I know a lot of people love these shoes, especially just for running or just training in the gym, so I'll most likely take a chance on those. And then right underneath it was another pair of Reacts, but this was in a tough size 11.5. Sometimes depending on the shoe, I usually would still take a chance on it, but this particular one I'm not too sure about, so drop a comment if you guys would have picked this one up. The colorway was a little, I mean, it wasn't a bad colorway, but not something I don't see a ton of people gravitating towards. But this one in particular, the comps are strong enough for me to take a chance on. Next is I'm in the big shoe section, so everything here is probably size 14 and up. Grabbed a pair of these Kobe's, and these were size 17, which is really big, and I think they were asking 30 bucks for those. So I don't usually take chances on shoes that big, especially those shoes, because I've been seeing them everywhere. And this one, I actually sold this one in a size 14 just a couple days after picking them up. This was in a size 15, so size 15 is when it tends to get a little tougher and a little slower to move, so I might be passing on those. But top 10s, I mean pro models in particular, definitely a dope shoe. A lot of people have been picking those up. Next up was this pair of Jordans, and people are finding Bloodlines and all types of other Jordans. They're finding mids, and I'm finding big funds, but it is what it is. Next up, grab this pair of New Balances, and these are the Kawhis. I think these are the 997s or something like that. I actually have the same exact pair in a different size. Might be taking a chance on these because I think they're dope, but I still have a size in these and they're not moving, so I'll hold on to them, check the comps in this particular size, see if it's doing well. But that's something you guys definitely got to do. You got to check the different sizes because some sizes are less limited than others, and you could convert a sale a little faster. Now this is kind of interesting. I just want to drop a quick tip for you guys. I've been seeing a lot of Reacts, and some Reacts sell well, but the Odyssey React just doesn't hold its value as well as some of the other Epic Reacts. So I'm not picking those up, but I just had to just kind of let you guys know the difference, especially for those of you that are kind of new to selling shoes. Here's a pair of Adidas Tresk Runs, and I've sold several pairs of Tresk Runs in the past. The outlet in my area had a bunch of these for a really good price, so I've been selling them pretty often, but that was several months ago. At this point, they're way too flooded, so I didn't want to take any chances on those. Drop a comment if you guys have been picking these up. I know Timberland has been trying to do some different stuff lately, and these are kind of dope in my opinion. I think they're a nice colorway. They were just asking $50, and after checking the comps on them, they were selling for just about like 60. Some was $70 if it had the original box. So for that reason, I had to pass on them, but not a bad shoe. Now, finally came across a pair of Air Maxes that, I've been seeing other people pick up. This one wasn't that bad. It looked like it was thrown around a little bit. It did have some stains and some scuffs in a few different spots. But for $60, I might have to take a chance on these because, I've sold this shoe several times in the past, so I know people like it. Now, this one was dope. I came across a pair of Metcons, and Metcons is the perfect workout training shoe, perfect for squats. And speaking of squats, let me just take you guys to my squat everyday challenge. Alright y'all, so every day when I get to the gym, I usually don't just hop straight under the squat rack or just go straight and try to do some benching, especially if I'm planning on lifting kind of heavy. I'm getting older now, I'm about to be 31, so I definitely got to do some stretches and some warm-ups before I get started. So lately I've been just trying to doing some more jump ropes and just trying to make sure I stretch and just stay mobile, because once you start putting on muscle, I don't want to be that bulky kind of like awkward looking guy. So I'm always trying to stay athletic. That's why I'm trying to incorporate some box jumps into my warm-up just so I can stay loose. And as you guys can see, your boy got some hops, just a little bit of hops right now, but I wanted to intentionally keep this clip in here just to hold myself accountable, because as you guys can see with this jump, I just couldn't get it. So I'll keep you guys updated on that within the next couple of weeks. I think I just need to adjust my form. Now, speaking of form, I'm just going to be on the bench real quick, just getting loose, getting warmed up. Not trying to, hit a certain amount of reps, just really trying to warm up a little bit. And when it comes to hitting 225 on the bench, I usually get maybe 5 or 6 on a good day, and that's about it. I'm not, super strong, not trying to hit PRs or anything today. Just trying to go through the motions, make sure that I'm staying active. And I'm only going to stay maybe 45 minutes to an hour in the gym, but I try to make sure that I go at least 5 to 6 days a week. And once I hit the 225, I usually just go back down and just hit some more sets and some reps on just a lighter weight. But I always try to hit 225 early on, just so that I can actually get some solid reps in, and then I'll just lower the weight and go down there. Now, like I said earlier, keeping up with that squat everyday challenge, for me, this is more like a mental thing, because I never used to squat at all. I was one of those people that would go to the gym more so focused on upper body and calisthenics, but now I'm trying to just squat more and build my lower body. And like I said, just kind of break that mental barrier. So for me, squatting every day is just kind of helping me just get more mentally tough. So as you guys can see, I think I'm doing what is this, 215 or 225, and then 315 for just 10 reps. And after that, I think I just continue to do some more reps of 225 after this. But I'm still working on my form. Like I said, this is maybe day 17 or 18. It's been a while. I haven't been keeping track. I know it's been close to a month now, so I'll just keep you guys updated with that as your boy continues to get better. Here I'm just doing some T-bar rows, just increasing the weight on here. Not trying to do too much weight, of course, just really trying to focus on that pump, focus on the form. And then I just wanted to just throw a little more weight on there, because those two plates are just moving a little too easy for me. I don't want to not get a solid workout in, but you got to do what you got to do. Alright y'all, so we are back in the crib, and I actually did come across a pair of VaporMax Plus in that Burlington. It was actually behind the register, so I didn't record it. It was in a size 10, and it was in that kind of like purple and green colorway. I'll throw up a picture of that on the screen here so you guys can check that out. There was a really big flaw. One shoe was kind of yellowed and the other shoe was really white, so it's probably just like a display pair, but it is what it is. I ended up passing on them, and I think they were actually $69.99. Also, I showed you guys that pair of Air Max 95s in that like Baltimore colorway. It had the little crab logo on there. Those are really dope. Found those in a size 9. But if you guys remember, if you guys follow the channel, I came across a pair of 720s a few months ago, and the air bubble on that one was popped, and I think it was the same situation with this shoe as well, because the air bubble was just super soft. So I realized it while I was standing in line, and I ended up just leaving it at the register. So I'll show you guys what I actually picked up, how much it will sell for online. So let's get into it. Alright y'all, so these are just some of the shoes that I picked up from Burlington. Nothing too crazy, but I wasn't able to get these on camera, so I actually found these in the Thrift Thrift. These are a pair of Kobe's, and you guys know Kobe's are selling like crazy right now. I actually picked these up for only $8, and these are kind of dirty, so I'm gonna have to clean them up, and they're in a size 11. So I don't know if I'll even be posting these because a lot of people were making a ton of money off Kobe's name, and I mean, I don't know, I always feel weird about it, but these particular ones, these are kind of beat up, so I'm definitely not going to be charging too much. Maybe probably $70-$80, something along those lines. But I know when Kobe first passed, it was crazy. People was just, you know, it was bad, but it is what it is. Let me just show you guys everything else that I picked up. This is just a pair of Nike Reacts in this like utility colorway. Really dope shoe. Picked these up for, I believe these were only $39.99, and they're selling for just about $100. And you guys know I love selling shoes for $100 because you save that money on fees. Next up was this pair of Jordan Big Funds, and you guys know I usually don't pick up any of these big funds, but it was only a few size 13s available, and these were selling for anywhere between 110 and like 120. So I decided to take a chance on these. Like I said before, I usually don't pick these up, but this colorway seems to be pretty popular, so I decided to take a chance on them. So we'll see how those do. Those were only $50, as you guys can see. And next up was this pair of Alpha Bounces, and this was a really dope colorway in my opinion. That's the reason why I took a chance on these. And I sold a few of these Alpha Bounces before, just in different colorways, and they usually sell for about 80, sometimes 85 or $90. So I decided to just grab these up since I really did like this colorway. So I'll probably price them for around that same price and see how they do. And of course, the last but not least, those Kobe's, I said I'll probably just list these for maybe $70 to $80 once I get them cleaned up and looking a lot better. But we'll just see how those do. I'm not expecting them to sell super fast or for a ton of profit. I just thought it was a good deal since they were only $8 from a thrift store. And I'm gonna try to start do some more trip to the thrifts because you really never know what you guys might find in the thrift store. Alright y'all, that's all I got for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. For the winner, cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner.